Okay, today we are playing a game on Route 66. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing about half the game as McCree and about half the game as Widowmaker. And our current team composition is Reinhardt, Zarya, McCree, Junkrat, Anna, and Moira. So pretty boring overall. We don't have an off healer, which is a little bit upsetting to me, because that means we don't get to have a defensive ultimate. No Coalescence doesn't count as a defensive ultimate. And if you don't have Sound Barrier or Transcendence, sometimes you just get fucked, you know? Sometimes you just lose the fight because you got Dragon Bladed, Graviton, something to that effect, and it doesn't feel very good. There's no guarantee necessarily that you'll win the team fight if you have those ultimates, but sometimes you just lose the team fight if you don't have one of those ultimates, so it just kind of prevents that from happening, which is very helpful. Other than that, though, nothing to say. Let's just start the game. So we're defending first. And the defense doesn't get off to an incredible start because, not to spoil the surprise, but they have a Hanzo, and he's about to be playing Hanzo in the near future. There we go, look at that, Moira's already dead. Sometimes you're just out having a nice day, and then a tree hits you in the fucking head, you know, and it doesn't feel very good. So we've learned they have a Genji, which is concerning to us as McCree. We have to worry about that. So we just got told Hanzo's top left, so we're going to investigate that situation. But we also just got told Genji's on the rooftop as well. So I don't want to go and investigate the rooftop anymore, because we're likely to run into two people. And look, we've run into two people. And it'd be no issue if there's just one person up there, because we as McCree are pretty good at killing one person. But two people, both of the Super Shimada bros, not good for us, so I don't want to go up there anymore once we get told Genji is up there as well. I'd rather just hang back with the team and, like, be ready for if one of them comes in, basically, because 2 versus 1 is not very enjoyable. So I just heard what feels like half the team let out the biggest sigh in the world, which, you know, apparently they're very unhappy they lost the first checkpoint. Like, I don't like defending first, because I have this theory that the team that defends first is slightly more likely to lose. Because if you don't fully hold the enemy team when you're on defense, people get tilted about that. As soon as you lose a checkpoint, people are like, oh, well, guess we fucking lost, didn't we? So, you know, which is stupid to be that way, but there's a tendency for people to do that. So we've run into both of the Shimada brothers again, but this time we've got a little bit of cover to use so we can hide away. Things are not going to go too well. We've just lost Reinhardt, so that's already a bad start. Now Hammond used the minefield, and that kills 2 people. We are standing right next to a mine while this is happening. And I know we want to shoot that bad man, but we also don't want to be standing next to a mine when it detonates, because it's not very healthy. But either way, we were going to get fucked, because we'd lost half our team by that point. Hammond came through, Dragon Blade came through. Gonna get fucked, pretty much. Silver Lining, they used 2 ultimates. We didn't use any ultimates, so that tips the ult economy a little bit more back towards us. Though that's gonna get evened out a little bit in the near future also. I don't want to go touch the objective right now, honestly, because there's like no way we hold that objective anymore from that position if we made it there to begin with. Because it never goes very well when you have to jump down from that ledge immediately to contest the objective behind you. Sometimes it works, but below you rather. But sometimes it works, but not very frequently. I feel like I would rather just concede that objective because, like, honestly, to me, the 3rd checkpoint on Route 66 is like 80% of the map. This is where, like, I see every game on Route 66 get decided on this checkpoint. So, I was gonna say Silver Lining, they used 3 ultimates for that 1 checkpoint, but unfortunately, Junkrat also used his ultimate, so that tips it a little bit more back towards them. Junkrat did just change to Reaper, which I find questionable as a choice versus their comp, but he decided to do it all the same. So Hammond's up to no good right now. Reaper's dead, just got fucking murdered by Hammond, so that's been a very productive pick so far. Hammond's used minefield again, but this is not a very good minefield because most of them actually end up stuck on the boxes up on the top over there. And I mean, nobody's going to be stealing from this warehouse, I guess, in the near future, given that we've put fucking mines down as a defense here. But they're not going to be doing a lot of good for the team. Then Hammond dropped really low. We managed to finish him off over there. Genji's also dead. Dragon Strike didn't accomplish a whole lot because nobody was super grouped up. And we end up managing to stop their momentum right here. And we didn't even have to use Deadeye. Fantastic news for us. Hyman's still up to no good. Winston went too deep and died. Well, you know, you really want to get those staggers when you're pushing the enemy team back, but it's very easy to overreach and end up staggering yourself as well. So we decide to use Deadeye right now. And it's a little bit scary to do so up here. You do want to use Deadeye in this kind of position. You know, up on the high ground, basically. But my concern is mostly, we know they have a Hanzo. So we do kind of put ourselves up on this big pedestal, like, hey, Hanzo, would you like to try and shoot us? And he would, in fact, like to try and shoot us. We did manage to get their Zenyatta, so that's good. The thing is with Deadeye, is it does paint a giant target on you. So if you just kind of use it out in the open while your team isn't distracting them or anything like that, you know, sometimes you're about to walk out the gate and you just get flashbanged, you know, sometimes life's difficult like that. But if your team isn't, like, pressuring the enemy team very actively and you just use Deadeye, like, out in the open, it's very easy to just end up getting killed without getting a lot of value from Deadeye. And I mean, we got Zenyatta, so that's nice, but I wouldn't consider trading one for one, basically, and having to use an ultimate to do it. I wouldn't consider that to be a very good value. Deadeye is commonly used just to pick off one person very easily, usually a Pharah and or a Mercy, but you don't want to die at the same time, unless you're going to kill, like, half of their team for it. Deadeye, unfortunately, one of those ultimates where it's just like, it's like Barrage, where there's a pretty good chance where if you use it at a less than ideal time, there's a good chance you just get clapped, and it never is going to feel very good. So we've entered the Widowmaker segment now. We're playing Widowmaker for a while before we change back to McCree. We changed back to McCree towards the end of the game. Widowmaker is a lot better at attacking than defending, counterintuitively enough. This is why the defense section, when we had fucking defense on the hero select screen, it was like fuck to all shit, basically, because like Widowmaker was listed as a defense hero, but like Widowmaker is dramatically better on attack than defense. Unless you're a god. Which is the caveat you always have to attach to Widowmaker, unfortunately. So we've managed to kill their Widowmaker, which they apparently had, which is good news for us. So I'm looking down at Venom Mine right now, and this is something I've seen in every Widowmaker video we've ever seen. The Widowmaker just doesn't use Venom Mine, and I'm noticing we're not using Venom Mine. You know, there's a lot of things we can use Venom Mine for. We can just, like, use it to guard for flankers, not much of an issue if they don't have a flanker. And we can just use it aggressively. You can just chuck Venom Mine into the enemy team to, like, do damage to them. And that makes it easier to pick people off, because Venom Mine does a respectable chunk of damage, and then you only have to tap them to finish them off. And even if it doesn't lead to any kills, it's just free ult charge, because it's gonna hit somebody most of the time if you just, like, chuck it into the enemy team. And we haven't used Venom Mine the entire time, and I've been looking at it the whole time, like, are we going to use Venom Mine? It doesn't look like we're going to use Venom Mine. Every Widowmaker game we've ever watched on the channel, I've said this. So we used Infrasight now. They're going to be getting back in the near future, so we decide to use it right there. I fucking hate Infrasight on this map because I can't fucking see the silhouettes properly. I am colorblind, so it might just be my issue. But anyway, so we used Infrasight. We can see Orissa's coming on the left-hand side. That's the left-hand side. We can see Orissa's coming on the left-hand side. And we were not ready for her when she came around the corner. And she's got a giant head hitbox, and we knew she was coming. It's, you know, sort of the point of Infrasight, is you can pick someone off really easily with it. So if somebody's going to be walking around a corner, you want to be ready for it, you know? Still haven't used the Venom Mine. No, We got pretty good accuracy so far. You know, we've clicked on the bad men real good, which is an important aspect of Widowmaker. Not the only aspect, as some people might think, but it is part of the aspect. It is, you know, she is a sniper. So, you know, we still haven't used that Venom Mine. You know, our cooldown's just been sitting there, doing nothing the whole time. We could just chuck it at some bad men and see if it brings us back some ult charge, you know? Like, we could chuck it in the doorway up there right now, or the mine, not really the doorway. We could chuck it up at the mine entrance for when they start coming through. Then we'll have infrasight on them as they're coming back out, and we'll do damage as well. And, you know, the Venom Mine, yeah, using your abilities is usually a pretty big deal as far as heroes go. So we can still click on the bad men pretty good, and that's nice. It's always a benefit when you can click on the bad men very well. Currently we're just doing a lot of clicking on bad men, so I don't have that much to say. Clicking on the bad men isn't the only thing with Widowmaker. There's other things you can do to provide value for the team, because you can just abuse sightlines to pressure the enemy team, because, you know, if the enemy team, they don't want to stand out in front of Widowmaker's line of sight, because you can get one shot by the Widowmaker. So you can just sort of just position yourself to abuse line of sight to make the enemy have to position awkwardly, pretty much, and make life difficult for them. So we still haven't used Venom Mine. I basically just want us to use it once before the round is over, if nothing else, but it feels like it might not happen. We do click on the bad men very good, though. I am quite impressed by our ability to click on the heads. And it's all going quite well. We're looking good for capturing this checkpoint so far. You know, we could still chuck this Venom Mine somewhere. Because, hey, they're going to be coming out of those spawns in the near future, you know? And, like, if you get that Venom Mine on them as they run out of that spawn, it makes it easier to kill them before they get back to the objective, you know? We're not going to use Venom Mine the whole round, are we? That's going to be very upsetting to me that we aren't going to use the Venom Mine. That's really, like, all I've basically got to say about the round so far, to be honest with you, because, I mean, hey, we're sitting far back, we're largely unpressured. We've gotten dove by Winston a few times, since they have that now, but we've escaped. We have yet to actually die as Widowmaker, so things are going well. But goddamn, can we please just put the Venom Mine down somewhere? We didn't use the Venom Mine the whole time. The whole time. That's one ability we have that we just never used. Never used. Like, I get it. It's not a particularly exciting ability, you know? It's not like the flashbang where you throw it at the bad man and the bad man is immobilized, making it very easy to click on his head. You know, it's not a big ability like that, but hey, it does shit. It does damage, it gives you infrasight, it damages the enemy team, ult charge, infrasight, all good times. Also gives you ult charge. I don't know if I mentioned that one. Just chuck it somewhere, you know. Like, if you're on the attacking team, you're not gonna get pressured by flankers so much a lot of the time, but, like, even, like, when we're getting dove by Winston, you know, you can chuck it down, like, when you're getting dove, you can chuck it at your feet to try and, like, get some damage on the person that's diving you. That's our Winston we're trying to shoot, I think. Whatever. Just at least chuck it at there, like, if you don't have to worry about flankers and all that, you can just chuck it at the enemy team. Or you can chuck it where they're going to be, like, reinforcing through, and then they, you know, it makes it easier to pick them off as they're coming back to the fight. So they have a much more aggressive team composition this time around. They have a Genji now, they've got Hammond, there's a Sombra over there. So life could be difficult for us as Widowmaker as a result. We put the Venom Mine down. Where did we put the Venom Mine? Hold on, back the fuck up. What did we do with the Venom Mine? I gotta know what the first use of Venom Mine was. I have to know. We put it there. We put it on over there in case somebody comes that way. Wow. We finally put Venom Mine down. I'm excited. I'm excited that just to know there's a mine on the field. I don't consider that to be an incredible place to put it, but I'm just glad we used the ability. Because the thing is, if somebody's going to try and, if like a flanker is going to try and get us, they're going to go up on the mine, through the mine on the upper left. They are less likely to go right. Sombra might go right, but I would still say Sombra is probably more likely to go up rather than down. So, you know, I'm not excited about where the mine is, but I am excited just that we've used the ability, to be honest with you. So, Ryan's fucking dead. Someone did trigger the mine over there. I assume it was Sombra, though we didn't get a look at them. So, we've started to gain some momentum. Oh, hold on, back up. We just pushed out. Let's look where their team was. So, good news. They don't have Genji anymore. Secondary good news. They don't actually have a shield anymore either, because Reinhardt's changed. So now it's become a lot easier to click on those heads. Because Zenyatta and Ana suddenly, and Soldier as well, they don't have a shield to stand behind, so they're just going to be out in the open, which is very nice for us as Widowmaker. We have Infrasight built up now. And we're just gonna use it right now. Oh god, Jesus Christ. Oh. We're just gonna use it right now. Hopefully we manage to get a pick out of it. Oh, Roadhog's coming for us. We don't want any part of that, so we're just gonna leave over here right now. Unfortunately, our whole team is fucking dead. Oh, Roadhog snuck up on Ana, actually, right there. Ana... So, you know... I'll point it out all the same. We want to look at the whole screen, right? This is a little, you know, on the nitpicky side, but we could have potentially prevented somebody's death. So we know that Ana's over here, right next to us, and we can see Roadhog is coming up on the left-hand side right now. And I would wager we just haven't seen Roadhog yet, because we're looking at these bad men right in front of us that we're trying to click on. Understandable. But we want to try and be as aware of our surroundings as possible. If we see Roadhog is coming up the side over there, we can call out to Ana, Roadhog's coming up beside you, and then maybe Ana doesn't die, because before she knows what the fuck, she's just been hooked and killed while she's hacked. So, and then we're like, oh fuck, Roadhog, gotta get out of here. So, if we're being a little bit more, I don't know if we've actually said anything to that. Well, we're showing up over there, so I'm guessing we're saying shit and I just can't hear what we're saying. We just die because we're fucked, so we just die faster, fair enough. But if we're paying attention to the whole, you know, if we're paying attention more, we can call out to Ana, and maybe she survives right there, rather than dying. And having Ana survive would be very beneficial for our team overall, I feel. But I'd wager we just didn't notice Roadhog until it was basically already done. We gotta try and look at the whole screen. The whole screen. We gotta take in as much information about our surroundings as possible. Especially if we've used Infrasight, right? Like, we were in a unique position right there as Widowmaker where we knew Roadhog was coming, even though we wouldn't have seen him otherwise. So, we were in a Widowmaker-specific save situation, and we didn't take advantage of it. You know, I've just seen that the Reaper is using the Lu Bu skin, and I'm a huge fan of the Three Kingdoms, and I hate the way that Lu Bu always gets given to people in any kind of game. When they do Three Kingdoms, they always give Lu Bu to the wrong person, because Lu Bu should absolutely be Hanzo. But no. No. I mean, the guy they gave to Hanzo, fuck if I can remember his name, like, he's appropriate to be Hanzo also, but he's also one of the most boring men in all of existence. So, you know, we could have just given Lu Bu to Hanzo. Lu Bu's way cooler than the guy they gave to Hanzo, is still fitting for Hanzo, and then we could have found somebody else to give to Reaper. There are plenty of people we could have given to Reaper, but no. Lu Bu, obviously, because They always just go, oh yeah, that's like the Berserker man. We've all played Dynasty Warriors. Do not pursue Lu Bu. Lu Bu was actually a phenomenal archer, and nobody ever remembers this. Whatever. Anyway. It always upsets me the way they the Three Kingdoms get given out, because they always fuck up Lu Bu without failure. In League of Legends, Jarvan is Lu Bu, and literally it's just like, hey, he's got a spear thing, I guess, so that'll work. There's like no overlap between Jarvan and Lu Bu at all, other than a similar-ish weapon. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway. It's fine. I'm not mad. You're mad. It's a very weird thing for you to get mad about. Who cares about the Three Kingdoms? Why are you so upset about it, guys? Jesus. Anyway. So, Zenyatta's just started using Transcendence, so we won't be killing anybody while that's going on, but it's okay. It's okay, because people still died regardless. So, I know there aren't many people left alive on the enemy team, but this is still a very dangerous maneuver to make, because we do just run right across this giant open space towards the Sombra. And I mean, we want to flashbang the Sombra and kill her. I get it, I know. But we are a slow, big, easy-to-hit boy, right? I mean, we're not as big as a tank, but, like, McCree is a pretty stocky guy. He's, like, pretty easy to hit as far as DPS heroes go. And then we just walk in a straight line across the street towards the Sombra, right? Like, it makes us quite easy to hit. Especially after we just saw Zenyatta put Discord on us as well. That means he's gonna be aiming for us. So we need to try and put the moves on Zenyatta, basically. So, between us and Reaper, we did manage to put an end to the Tac Visor, which is good. A very scary ultimate, also. Sombra's behind us now. Flashbang wasn't up yet, so we couldn't stop her until it was basically already over. Shame we didn't have one more bullet right there, because it looks like we would have actually killed her with Fan the Hammer if it had one more shot, and we punched a little bit too late as well. Unlucky. Tragic that the cooldown wasn't quite up when she came in. I'm not sure what we used the cooldown for, but I'm not going to go all the way back there to try and see if we can nitpick that as well. So we do have Deadeye. We've also got Nano Boost and Death Blossom ready, so we can go for some old school Beyblade strats, which would be cool. We can't leave the objective now, but we also have like a pretty sustainable team, so standing on the objective shouldn't be much of an issue. So I'm not sure why we're drifting off this way. Did somebody say something? No, nobody said anything. The Reaper is a new development. I'm just not really sure why we started drifting off this way. Maybe because we were trying to avoid getting emped so we could use our ultimate, but like, basically what I'm getting at is that we drifted further away from our team right there, and we end up kind of isolated from them. Did we not have Flashbang to use on Reaper? No, we don't. What did we Flashbang? We Flashbanged into the Roadhog right here. Like, was Roadhog doing anything? Not really. Like, we kind of just, like, chucked it as soon as we saw someone, basically. Like, basically, as soon as we saw someone, we just chucked the Flashbang at them, and, like, I'd rather we were a little bit more, frugal with our cooldown, basically, because being that it's a crowd control ultimate, basically I'd rather we saved it to use a little bit more deliberately. I know with Venom Mine I was saying, just chuck it somewhere, just use that fucking ability. Flashbang's not the same kind of deal. You want to try and, like, know why you're using Flashbang. We really did just kind of see someone and go, Flashbang! And then we didn't have to use it when we really needed it versus the Reaper. Though we also started drifting away from our team as well, but I'll give the benefit of the doubt and assume that we had our ultimate, we knew they had a Sombra, we just didn't want to get emped, so we were kind of like sticking out of the way, trying to stay out of the way, so we could avoid being emped. Because we hadn't seen her use it in a while, either. Carrie left, so that's great news for us, because Carrie's not on our team. Great news. So they have a Pharah. So that's, you know, we have to worry about that. We've got Sombra and a Diva as well. And an Ana. So we've got a pretty good team to play against Afara. Though it will be inconvenient, as is always the case. So I will say this was a little bit optimistic as far as flashbang use goes, because it doesn't look like he's going to roll further into us from that position. It looks like he's probably going to start rolling away, and even if we hit him with the flashbang, what was it really going to do? You know, hold him there for like an extra half second to do some damage to him? You know, it's not very exciting. Because from that position, we're just really unlikely to kill him, so I'd rather save the flashbang for a better opportunity than right there. Like, we just try and, like, if we're standing up here, he's probably going to try and pile drive onto the point at some point. You just throw it up at him and fuck him up like that, you know? Maybe they've got a flanker as well out there somewhere, who knows? Either way, I just wasn't very excited about that particular use of flashbang. So, there are currently 5 people, so it's very unfortunate for them. It'll be very difficult for them to win at this point. They don't even... Oh, no, he's back. He's back. Carrie's back. Carrie's back. Great job, Carrie. Great job. So, ooh, we clicked on that far real good. That was nice. Yeah, elevator music was playing in my head right there. Don't worry. What was that I just saw over on the side? Is that anything over there? No, I think that was just a dead body. Yeah, that's a dead body. Okay. Oh, wait, no. There's a person over there, right? Am I crazy? No. No, that's a dead body. Okay, okay. I just saw something moving in my periphery, and I was like, is that a villain? No, it was not a villain. So we just used Deadeye right here. Yeah, I'm really not excited about that one, because they're all really close to things they can use as cover. Basically, they're all right next to corners, and, like, it's not a very good angle, and, like, we couldn't see very many people, either. And the people we could see were really close to things they could use as cover. And it was just like, we'd already won that fight, so we didn't need to use another ultimate on that fight, because we had already won it. So I'd rather we save Deadeye, because that was just a really underwhelming use of it. I saw basically no fantastic outcome from that one. So, nano-boosted Reinhardt just flew in here. And, oh, we killed him. He had Earth Shatter, so we managed to kill him before he got that one off. Nice, good. We're currently trying to get behind them a little bit. And, oh, almost finished off the Ana. We did hesitate a little bit here, because then we were like, oh, fuck, I'll leave. Oh, wait, no, fuck, I could get her. Right? Because we started reloading and walking off to the side, and then we're like, shit, maybe I can actually get her. If we committed to the roll to try and get her a little bit sooner, we might have gotten her before she managed to disappear around the cover. But you want to be decisive, you know, we were kind of, like, in two minds about it, and then decided to commit, like, a half second later, and then she was already gone by that point. If we committed immediately to the roll, right as we realized we had to reload, we might have got her. Ooh, we were hacked still? Oh, we're hacked, damn. We got hacked like a lot of times. Couldn't save Ana, tragically. We do have Deadeye up now, but we have to get back in time to actually use it. They do have to wait for the gate to open, so we do have some time to regroup, but we do still have a long way to go, and they don't have to push it that far. Fortunately, it's a pretty slow gate, so now they've got started it moving again. We'll get there in time to use Deadeye, it's just whether or not it will be too late by the time we get there to use Deadeye, you know? Because somebody else is going to have to go up and touch it. Somebody's touching it, alright, alright. So we see soldiers off on the side right now. He's purple, we want to try and finish him off. Oh, no. It's no time to chase soldier anymore. Basically, as soon as he gets over that edge, I go, alright, he's done. He's no longer an issue to us presently, because he's going to have to go down there and heal right now before... And then he'll probably come back to try and fight us again, but no issue, we're playing McCree. So as soon as he comes up behind the side of the staircase, we can just turn around and flashbang him. As soon as he goes over the edge, I go, alright, probably not going to kill him anymore. Team fight still happening over there, still pushing the objective, they don't need to get it very far. I'm just going to go over there and use Deadeye instead, because we were in a decent position to use Deadeye. But we hop down to do this instead, and now we've given up the high ground. We can't use our ultimate. Oh, we're gonna use our ultimate, but our whole team is dead by the time we actually get the opportunity to use the ultimate. If we could have gotten the soldier before he went over the edge, that'd be great. But as soon as he goes over the edge, I just go, alright, not realistic to kill him right now anymore. Gotta worry about more important things. It's not a very good highlight intro, is it, to be honest with you? Yeah, fair enough. Genji flies in at the end. Hey guys, I'm here. So, things that stood out the most. Use Venom Mine. Push the E key a little bit more frequently as Widowmaker. You want it out there doing something, right? If you don't have a mine on the field, try to find a use for the mine, because just having the mine on cooldown, like, for that long, just, like, no mine out there anywhere, is very depressing. Like, just have something out there somewhere. It'd be like if you were playing Junkrat and you just never used your trap. I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Come on, just throw the bear trap out there somewhere. You know, have a bear trap out there somewhere. You can find something to do with it, I'm sure, even if it's just guarding a doorway, right? Like, it's at least out there getting some kind of value rather than no value. I wasn't very excited with how we used Deadeye a lot of the time either, but Deadeye is a difficult ultimate to actually get full value out of, so it's not, like, shocking, to be honest with you, either, but, we kind of covered that one already, so I'm not gonna belabor the point, but I wasn't very excited with how we used Deadeye, and that's pretty much what stood out the most. So, there you go. So thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. If for some reason you enjoyed the video and managed to make it all this way through, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future, and I hope you found the video helpful.